Alright, everybody. Happy Halloween. And what is this weekly Odyssey that we've got in store? Jumpscare. Ooh, okay. Okay, these maps are not horrible. I like it. I thought we were watching a horror film, not being in one. Oh, God. Are they gonna send like a fucking mob on round 4? That would be a jump scare for me. Anyway, seems just hard standard across the board. Oh, Moab health times 300% on carved. Maybe that's the jump scare, and the custom rounds are just... I don't know, they send a fucking orange balloon and everybody freaks the fuck out, but it's actually just a red balloon that's been tinted. Anyway, what have we got? We got a lot. Holy crap. Who do we take? Is there a lot of water? Not really. No. You know what? I feel like it's been a while. Quincy, you're coming. Okay, I love me some unnerfed towers. Holy shit. My favorite time of year is unnerfed tower season. Maybe one of you, and should probably grab another primary monkey. You're good for damage, camo detection, lead popping power. You get the lead popping power a lot sooner. At least for the upgrade path that I want. Just grab extras of all the favorites. And can't go wrong with more of those. Can't go wrong with more of those or those. Actually, maybe you can go wrong considering the water's a bit shit. We'll do that instead. Cool, let's go. No idea what we're getting into. I love me some custom round sleuthing. Alright, round 3. Do you look normal, or are you about to screw us over somehow, huh? So far, so normal. I do love it because sometimes custom rounds literally alter the entire game itself. Right? Top to bottom, something's different every fucking round. Who knows what? And then other times it's like, oh, by the way, I just swapped round 80 to be a BAD instead of a ZOMG. And you're like, oh, okay, that's doable. Sure. And everything's just chill. Now usually, and I feel like I've said this before and then immediately been wrong, but usually in the past, custom rounds have only affected rounds beyond round 40. Simply because the customizing of the rounds that they're usually going for is a little bit extreme, and so not giving us time to prep for that is a little bit bullshit. Alright. Fair enough. That's the game we're playing, huh? Okay. Okay. I can play that game. I can definitely play that game. I don't know if I'll be able to afford it. Should be able to. But I see that. Jump scare, eh? Maybe every few rounds or so, a little cheeky member of alternate balloons rounds shows up. Actually, no, that wouldn't happen. Even on ABR, a camo lead doesn't come that early. They show up in round 24. Maybe every so often, camo balloons show up instead of regular ones. That would be a bit of a good jump scare. But even then, lead balloons don't show up on round 10 normally. ABR they do. I have yet to formulate a pattern. Gonna need more data to go on. It's just like real life. You get one data point. What have you got? Fuck all, essentially. You gotta collect a few. Connect the dots. Discover the mystery. Open the cabin. Enter the basement. Open the chest. Grab the knife. Make a cake. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, well, we've got camo lead popping power. We've got camo purple popping power. And over here, I think we'll be good for now, but obviously shit is hitting the fan at a different angle tonight. So we'll still prepare. Oh, that's a goddamn ceramic on round 24. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit fucked up. Not gonna lie, that's a bit fucked up. Okay, so we've got camo lead on 10. We've got a ceramic. I don't even know if there were any changed properties about the ceramic, but there probably was. We got a ceramic on round 24. I get the feeling I'm not gonna like whatever round 40 is. Okay, this is normal. Cool. I do want a banana farm though. I know I've left it a bit late, but I didn't know the custom rounds, so I figured it wasn't worth the risk that early. Okay, one and... Okay, this round seems normal so far. Nothing wrong with 33. Cool. I could probably afford a Dragon's Breath before round 40. Oh, definitely. What am I saying? Maybe. Probably. Okay. It's so funny, because if it's not a key round, like if it's not introducing something brand new, I typically don't remember most rounds. So these could have been changed like 5 times over and I would not have noticed. I only noticed the 2 rounds so far. I think that's normal. I don't know. That's normal for sure. Camo white balloons definitely show up. Okay. Cool. More money. There you go. That's better. Gives me a bit more of a view. I did actually go into work today. So essentially... excuse me. Huh? Yeah, that's right. Okay, we can do this. It's not... Ooh, it might actually be a bit of a problem, come to think of it. Oh no, it shouldn't be. Not on this map. That's 3,000, that's another 2,000, that'll be a little bit more than what we need. I could just sell you. Yeah, okay. You get out of here. Oh, really? $100 off? That's garbage. Whatever. Okay. Got that. We'll place you back. And I'll place you back eventually. Right. It's showtime. Sit the fuck still. Sit the fuck still. Sit the fuck still. Sit the fuck still. No, you fucking don't. Idiot. The power of flowers compel you. Easy. Never had a doubt in my mind. Okay, DDT, round 40. A little bit fucked up. A little bit fucked up, but we brought some boats. I don't know if we can use it on every map, because I know not every map may have water, but regardless, boats. Does every map have water? At least some? Let me double check that. Yes. 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 Cool. Every map has water. Hallelujah. Okay, we're good. At least for part 1, we're good. I don't know what's gonna happen when we get to part 2 and shit gets even more diabolical after round 40. But yeah, now we know that we can prep up a monkey pirates earlier. If they drop a ZOMG, then that's gonna be a little bit annoying on 50. It will be a bit of a pain in the ass because that's something I can't just hook in. But 50 should, I guess in theory, be 2 DDTs. In which case I'm pretty sure we can hook the first one early enough and then stun the second one with all these lotus plants again. Or we can just, you know, place another one of these, come to think of it. Yep, okay. Might be the case. Yeah, we don't really need money anymore, to be honest. Yeah, we'll just do that, make life easier. But yeah, I think now that we know what's up, let me see. Now that we know what's up, Camo led by 10, Ceramic on 24, and then have a Monkey Pirates by 40. Okay. I don't know what the hell's gonna replace 60 if regular Moabs are just gonna be DDTs. With that, and then Camo lead on 10. 250? But hell no. Okay, well, we can just get this guy to fireball and camo detect without going for wall of fire, which does pain me physically, but I'm sure I'll get over it. Someday. Okay. Oh yeah, it's Halloween today, isn't it? Fun times. I've never actually participated in Halloween in terms of dressing up as a spooky character, or I feel like Halloween these days is more of just dress up as your favorite character rather than it has to be something spooky, you know? Like, I feel like a lot of people are just going to be going as their favorite anime characters, which I 100% support. Global cosplay convention? Hell yeah. That sounds amazing. Although, you know, a lot of people don't bother. And it's just a little awkward. But, I like the overall concept of Halloween. I've never actually done any of the trick-or-treating thing myself. I feel like, I don't know, I've just never been, surprisingly. Like when I was a kid, my brothers and sisters, well, brother and sister, my brother and sisters probably went out trick-or-treating at some point, but I don't recall going with them. Okay, there's our camo lead friend. Just do this to clean that up a bit faster, and then boom. Oh, right, yeah, Quincy, you can't see that, huh? Okay, maybe I won't save up for a boat right away and I'll get a sniper or something, I don't know. I don't want to lose lives, but at the same time, do I care? A little. If I remove that, I can't afford anything, so we'll do that for now. Actually, I don't think I can afford anything that would clean that up nicely. Nope, not really. Fuck it. We'll lose some lives. I'm sure we'll live. Okay, so boat goes here. Grapes come out the sides. I mean, to be honest, we've brought Quincy with us, so I don't imagine a ceramic's going to be that difficult when we can just use Quincy's first ability to sort of clean that shit up real quick, you know? Or at the very least, pop the main layer and then clean up the rest with Quincy. I don't believe that he can do it all by himself, that's why I'm getting Grape Shot and Wall of Fire before I go for these farms. But I do want to farm a little bit earlier than last time, because, you know, whilst we did do well, we did also have to sell some stuff, which wasn't great. Okay. Come on, come on. Oh, right, yeah, my job. Right. I work. Anyway, enough showing off. So I typically do the box making when it comes to the production line at my job, as many of you may or may not know. A few weeks ago, maybe around a month ago now, come to think of it, my boss came up to me and was just like, look, I've had a few ideas for changing your area. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, what did you have in mind? And he explained it to me, and essentially he was like, look, our main goal in making these changes is so that you don't have to move around as much, and you can sort of just stick to one spot and, you know, not have to waste as much time moving around or maneuvering unnecessarily, right? And I thought, okay, yep, that seems fair. I'm fine with that. We can certainly try things out a different way and see how it goes. I was perfectly fine with that. And he was just like, yeah, okay, cool. So, cut to yesterday, when we walked in, well, I say I walked in and discovered that my entire station had changed already, just overnight. And I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting these changes. Nobody told me these changes were coming today. Cool. Okay. I guess we'll see what happens. Anyway, turns out that my boss also didn't realize these changes were happening today. And I was like, oh, that's probably not good. Huh. So I gave the area a bit of a look over, and I was like, I don't really get what's gonna be happening per se. I was like confused as to how it would work, and so I messaged my boss being like, hey, they've implemented the changes. Do you want to come in and have a look? And he was just like, what? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So he also didn't know that the changes were being implemented, you know, the changes that he thought of and he planned out and he had to make a business case for in order to actually get them to think about making the changes, right? Anyway, he managed to convince them to make the changes, but he didn't realize that's about as far as his communication on the matter would actually go, because the changes were implemented according to what they assumed he meant and was talking about. And so he didn't know that the changes were being made, I didn't know that the changes were being made, and the changes were entirely being made and adjusted by motherfuckers that have nothing to do with that goddamn area. Which is really fucking annoying, because this happens every time. And so I looked at it and I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work. Like, I knew exactly how to fucking crush it at box making before the changes were implemented, but then I was looking at my station now and I was like, how do I anything? So then I asked my boss while he was in there, I was like, so just before I start throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, how did you envision this to go? And he was like, okay, right, well. And then he explained it to me, and I was like, oh, you want me to make one box at a time? And he was like, I mean, yeah, but with everything being sort of crammed together, you won't have to move as much, and you should be faster. That was the theory. The theory was wrong. I could have told him that if I had known that he wanted me to make one box at a time, because typically I'll make like a batch of boxes at a time, throw them on the line, that'll keep them busy, and then I can make the next batch of boxes. Just overall, I find that works a lot better than trying to make one box, throw it on the line, one box, throw it on the line. It just takes up a lot of time, and you're swapping between two repetitive but different movements. And so overall, if you're just doing the same repetitive movement multiple times in a row and then moving on to the next repetitive movement multiple times in a row, you have a chance to get used to that movement and pick up speed. Whereas if you're alternating between the two the entire time, you just get started on one, and then boom, you've got to get started on the next, and then you've got to swap back and forth. And yeah, you can pick up some sort of speed as, you know, you consider the movement of the two movements as one movement and adjust to both of them, but realistically, it is much faster to just do it in bulk. And so now they've fucked up my area. I am much slower at making boxes. I'm gonna ruin the company's KPIs, which is kind of funny, at least for me, not for my boss. Yeah, it's always gonna be the fault of the person that made all the changes, and that was not me or my boss. We suggested the changes, but when they started installing, they were like, do we need either of those two to start implementing these changes? Nah. Fuck them. So that's been my day. I've been left out of the planning in the area, which has been exclusively my job for like, I'd say months now. Like, I am basically the only person in production that does the box making job. The only exception is if we're short a bunch of people. Like, if so many people called in sick that I need to take over a more important role, and we just happen to have like one other fucking person on the planet that knows how to make boxes. And see, that's the thing, like, we could easily teach a massive, you know, chunk of the factory how to make boxes. The issue is they don't want to, and we're too kind to force them. So, you know, because we're kind, we go, hey, who here would like to learn how to make boxes and do the box making job? And I think it's not stage fright, but maybe it's what do you call it? Sort of following the pack, sticking by the herd, blending in with the other sheep. I don't know what it is, but essentially everyone's too shy to say, yes, I would like to learn box making, or yes, I would like to train up this skill, or be taught how to do this. No one ever says that. And every time we ask it in the meetings before the day starts, no one puts their hand up whatsoever. Which I think is a real shame, because the last person who did put their hand up sadly has left our company. Yesterday was their last day at our job, and then they are going on holiday for a week, and then they've got to go back home because they are on a visa. working visa. So sadly they had to head home, but you know, I think one of my colleagues put it in a really good way. Most of our workers that are really good are either on visas or they're students, so they have very limited hours that they can work. And that's just stupidly fucking annoying. Do that to help with cleanup. I'll probably get one of these. Oh no, actually, let's get one of these. Ready. I don't know what round 60 will be, but we've already faced a ZOMG, so... We faced a ZOMG 5-ish rounds ago, so that makes me think this is either a plain BFB or something even worse. Okay. Not that bad. Okay, not that bad. 2 fortified BFBs. So... Custom rounds are not mental. Overall, let's do a quick rundown, and I'll also have this in the description as well. So, from what we can gather from part 1, we've got Camo Lead Balloon round 10, Fortified Ceramic round 24, DDT round 40, 2 DDTs round 50, 1 ZOMG round 55, and 2 Fortified BFBs round 60. Honestly, I think they should have swapped 60 and 55 around, but that's not my call to make. That's not my call to make. Anyway, as usual, part 2 will feature these 3 maps and will be coming out tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Jumpscare part 1. And, yeah, see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, everyone, and happy Halloween.